High in the Derive Mountains of County Donegal, Ireland, the slopes of Errigal cast long shadows. The mountain, a silent giant, bore witness to countless seasons, to the march of time, and to the rise and fall of legends. It was here, in the shadow of Errigal, that the tale of Slaghtaverty, the immortal dwarf, unfolded. Slaghtaverty was not a name whispered with reverence. Fear followed his name like a shroud. He was a creature of malice, a practitioner of dark arts, his heart a blackened pit of cruelty. The people of Donegal trembled at his power, for Slaghtaverty was a magician of extraordinary ability, a being who had cheated death itself. Born of the earth, Slaghtaverty possessed an unnatural lifespan. He was not bound by the frailties of mortal men. The years rolled off his hunched back like water off a duck's feathers. With each passing century, his magic grew, twisting into something dark and monstrous. He ruled the lands around Errigal with an iron fist. His magic, fueled by malice, blighted crops, summoned storms, and twisted men's minds. His laughter echoed through the glens, a chilling symphony of despair for the terrified villagers. They called him the Immortal Scourge, a testament to the fear he instilled. The people of Donegal, desperate for a saviour, turned to Fionn mac Cumhal. Fionn, leader of the Fianna, was known for his courage and strength. He was said to possess wisdom beyond measure. He answered their pleas, leading his warriors into the heart of Slaghtaverty's domain. The battle was fierce, a clash of steel, magic and raw power. Fionn, wielding his mighty spear, faced Slaghtaverty in single combat. The earth trembled as their powers collided. Finally, with a roar that shook the heavens, Fionn struck down the dwarf, burying him deep beneath the earth. Victory was theirs, but it was a victory tainted with unease. A year passed. The shadow of Slaghtaverty's reign had begun to recede. People started to believe that the nightmare was truly over. Their hopes, however, were to be cruelly dashed. One night, the earth rumbled, splitting open with a deafening crack. Out of the chasm, wreathed in shadow and fury, stepped Slaghtaverty. His resurrection brought with it a renewed wave of terror. Villages were razed, livestock perished, and the land grew barren. The whispers started again. Slaghtaverty was invincible, they said. He was a plague upon their land, destined to torment them for eternity. Fionn, his brow creased with worry, knew he needed a different solution. He sought the counsel of a powerful druid, a woman who lived as a hermit in a remote corner of the land. She was ancient, her wisdom carved onto her face like the lines on an old oak tree. The journey to her grove was fraught with peril, each step a test of Fionn's resolve. He knew that the fate of his people rested on his shoulders, and he would not fail them. He reached the grove, a sanctuary of ancient trees and whispering grass, and laid his burden before the druid. The druid listened to Fionn's tale, her eyes closed, her breathing slow and measured. When she finally spoke, her voice was like the rustling of leaves, ancient and filled with power. She revealed to Fionn the secret of Slaghtaverty's immortality, his connection to the earth. To defeat him truly, she intoned, her voice echoing with otherworldly resonance, you must sever this connection. Bury him not upright as you would a man, but head downwards, facing the earth that birthed him. Only then will his power be broken. Armed with this knowledge, Fionn returned to his warriors. They sought out Slaghtaverty, the clash of their armies shaking the very foundations of Errigal. The final battle was even more terrifying than the first. Magic ripped through the air, leaving scorched earth and thunder in its wake. Finally, Fionn and Slaghtaverty met again. Their duel was a whirlwind of fury and desperation. But Fionn, empowered by the druid's wisdom, fought with the strength of a god. He struck Slaghtaverty down, pinning him to the earth. Following the druid's instructions, they dug a deep pit, but this time they did something different. They lowered Slaghtaverty headfirst into the earth, his twisted face pointed towards the heart of the mountain he had terrorized for so long. Rocks and boulders were piled upon him, sealing his fate. The magic that had permeated the air dissipated, replaced by an eerie silence. The earth was still. The reign of the immortal dwarf was finally over. To this day, on the slopes of Errigal stands a cairn of stones. Locals say it marks the spot where Slaghtaverty was buried. It's a stark reminder of the battle between good and evil, of the courage it takes to face down fear. The legend of Slaghtaverty is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable power, hope and courage can prevail. And that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are not those that stalk our nightmares, but those that walk the earth beside us.